Man, I could tell you about this life I lead. I've been boxing around the ring like Apollo Creed.
My first time ever leaving Alabama, put it like this, my first time ever leaving the west side, I moved to the west side. I moved to California. I was trying to make it. A long time ago when I was living, I told my mama that I'd rather be a bum in California or New York than to be a working man in Alabama. And not taking nothing from no working man in Alabama. But like my destiny wanted to really do this music thing, like I said. So I went to California to bump some shoulders, and I went out there and bumped shoulders. I got my little income tax man, flew to California and got in the mix. Like when I said got in the mix, I was in the mix, Digem in the mix out there. I love California to death. They supported me like big time, like supported me like really made me feel famous out there. I was out mingling, and I met this dude I was out selling my CDs named Ed, and he was putting together a mixtape for a record label. And they was paying J.O. Felony to get on the mixtape so the mixtape can sell. They saw me out selling my CDs at the time, so they, came at me telling me about it. I was telling him, man, I'm a rapper from Alabama, man, I got to be on there. I came from Alabama to do this, to do that. I got to be on there, man, put me on there. He said, I got 4 beats. I want you to do a beat to 2 songs to these 4 beats. Pick you 2 songs to do to these 4 beats, and you let me hear the song, and we'll go from there. I had a song to all 4 of the beats. I didn't just do 2 of them, I did all 4 because this how bad I wanted to be on there. He puts the CD in, he was like, man, he was like, you hot. He was like, but that song right here killing them though. This song right here killing them. This song I did called Southwest. And Southwest is a song really 100% true, explaining how I moved from Alabama to California and met the dude who putting together the mixtape. It's to that Notorious Big Juicy beat. I talked about me grinding from Alabama and moving to California and moving to California trying to do something that got something to do with music and meeting Ed. I had Ed's name in the song. He was like, this song is going on there. So when he told me that song was going on there, that was like one of my biggest accomplishments of California, period. And my name is on the same CD with J.O. Felony. Like, that's a big accomplishment to me. Like, some people don't know who J.O. Felony is, but me as a hip-hop head, like, I knew who J.O. Felony was. So to have the artist who was on the record label on one side, then had the featured artist on one side, and they had 2 guys, J.O. Felony and yours truly.
Finally got a job, that's when I met Rob. Me and the homies stuck together like corn on the car. Took me out to the city, laced the nigga with gang. War lane, crip gang, nigga do your...
Another one of my influences, man, was Tupac. I just wanted to learn everything this dude was doing. But him being one of my major influences like that, I wanted to record some songs at a studio that he recorded at before in California. So I did my research on that. I'm hollering at the homies in the hood, boom, boom, whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop, where they what to do. And they tell me a studio that Tupac recorded it before. So when they tell me that, I'm psyched out. I'm like, give me the number. So they gave me the number. As soon as they gave me the number, I called Mellow Mac. I asked him, I'm like, hey man, how much y'all be charging up there? So he told me how much they record. So I immediately started penning my songs. I immediately started penning my songs saying, I'm gonna record them at that studio. I think I wrote like 27 songs. And then I said I wanted to record, it's 12 of them that I'm finna be selling while I'm here in California. So I picked out the 12 that I want to sell, that I figure all is different and that describe me and that I could market real good, not just no Alabama songs because I ain't in Alabama. I gotta make songs that fit these people in California too. I picked those 12 songs and I called the dude and I booked the studio that Tupac recorded it before because that's why I want to record these songs at. I booked the studio, I get there, I ring the doorbell. Mellow Matt said, you dig him? I said, yeah, I'm dig him. He said, so you say you're gonna do 12 songs today? I said, yep. He said, well, go get your notebook and everything and come back and ring the doorbell. And I told him the same thing I told Terrell. I said, I don't need my notebook or whatever. And he's like, you finna do 12 songs? And I'm like, yeah. I said, first thing he said was, how much money you got? And I'm like, I got a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? Gave him no couple dollars. I'm like, I got a couple dollars. And he like, all right, man. And so he go ahead and let me in. And when he let me in, I'm looking in the studio like, dang, Tupac had been in this building before. Like, that was a real accomplishment for me to even be in the same studio as Tupac, because I know how Tupac is when he in studios. He ready, he energized up, and all the hatred and whatever is going on with your girlfriend, your homeboys, the hood, all of that. I don't know if Tupac had the same feeling, but when it comes to me, man, like, when I'm in the studio, like, that's it. This is like everything else, man, just left my mind. Like, I'm in here I want to do it great whenever I'm in the studio. So when he let me in there, man, I just like lost it. I was just like ready to go, ready to record. And I'm in the booth, and they got like a little monitor outside the booth that they watching that I'm in there recording on. He played the first beat, murdered it. Played the second beat, murdered it. Then the Mellow Mac immediately stopped right there and was like, Digem, he was like, your cousin got some Heinekens out here, you straight? I said, I don't want no Heineken, play the next beat. Played the next beat, murdered it. Played the next beat, murdered it. Then Mellow Mac pressed pause again, and he come out at me, he was like, Digem. He was like, you own it, ain't it? He was like, I'm like, yeah. I said, yeah, what up? He said, man, you got a real good work ethic, man. Keep it going, man. He said, you want to come on out here? We got some chicken out here. I said, nah, man, I don't want no chicken. Play the next beat. Played the next beat, murdered him. Played the next beat, played the next beat, killed it. Played the next beat, killed it. So we down to like 3 songs. We down to like 2 or 3 more songs left. And he like, Digem. He laughed. I hear him through the monitor. I hear him. He laughed. He like, Digem. We got weed. We got bill. We got, man, come out here and take you a break. I said, man, I don't want no break. I said, play the next beat. I'm finna knock out all 12 of these songs. He played the next 3 beats. I knocked out all 12 of the songs in the same studio that Tupac recorded in before. Knocked out all 12 of the songs, and then I hear a lot of people like hollering and talking loud and stuff like that. So when I walked outside the studio, I was embraced by a lot of other artists in there doing their thing. It was Mellow Mac. The first thing he said was, I had this studio for 16 years. He said, I started off recording in the bathroom. He said, as long as I had my studio, I never in my life saw an artist come in my studio and do 12 songs off the top of their head with no pen, no pad, no paper or nothing, without messing up on none of the songs. I felt done right there. When he said that, that felt like a big accomplishment to me, because this man done recorded for Tupac before. I think he said like everybody had to been in there. DMX, Mary J. Blige, the Gap Band, everybody he done recorded before. He was naming everybody in the business that he done recorded for before. And after he told me that, some of the dudes from Cypress Hill was in there, Doggist Angels was in there, some more artists was in there, and everybody embraced me and was telling me, man, you on to something, man. Just keep your drive and keep your energy, and you know what I'm saying, just keep on going. So like, that was a big, real big accomplishment for me. Not saying that I'm nowhere near Tupac or nowhere near none of the greats. I'm opening up my own lane, but just to hear him say something like that, you know what I'm saying, to even compare me to other artists. Like, some people love to be compared to their favorite artist, so I loved it like crazy for somebody to tell me, you know what I'm saying, because he was like, I ain't never saw nobody come in here and do 12 songs like that. He said, Pac never come in here all drunk, high, and he said they'll come in here and spaz out, do about 3, 4 songs, do about 3, 4, 5 songs, and they get on up out of here. But he said, man, somebody walking in here doing 12 songs like that and didn't need no notebook or nothing, and you didn't stutter on now one of your songs or nothing. He was like, man, I've been recording for 16 years. He said, my studio started in the bathroom. And he said, I never saw nothing like it. And when he told me that, man, that like made me like, okay, let's work harder. Let's keep it going. Like, you know, like, that's a big accomplishment for me. And I take my accomplishments to my heart because I live this. So I took my accomplishment, sucked it up, and continued to work hard and roll on. I prayed and worked hard and did music.
Child, I relax my mind and let my thoughts run wild, beyond what Beyonce's man would call a style.